Hey everyone, welcome back to my Dev Web App channel. Today I'm going to show you how to implement a custom hook useDebounce and use it to optimize the performance of a React app. So I have a currency converter app that I've built previously, and as you can see I have input field amount and two selects from and to. And also I opened network tab in my DevTools, and as you can see I have several requests, and now I'm going to change amount, and let me quickly do it. And as you can see, several requests were made, and I can go back and back, and every time I change the value, I got a new request. And also I can change currency, and let me do it. And as you can see, values also were changed. Okay, and now I'm going to add custom hook useDebounce to fix the amount of requests, and I'm going to set 1 second, and if I provide several values, I will make only one request per second. Okay, let's go to the code and add our functionality. I opened my project in Visual Studio Code, and as you can see, I have a component currency converter, and also inside I have use effect hook and that fetches the rate when amount or from currency or to currency changed. As you can see, amount is a state variable, and also I have input field with type number, and on change event handler, I just set amount to this state variable. And now let's add our custom hook, and for that I'm going to create folder hooks, and inside folder I'll create file use debounce JavaScript, and in that file, I'll implement my custom hook use debounce. And this hook will take two parameters. One would be value, and the second would be delay. Okay, and I need comma here. And it's just a function. And I'm going to use hook use state, and initial value will be our value, and let's add names, and let's create debounce, and set debounce. Okay, and now we need to implement timeout, and for that I'm going to add use effect hook, and inside use effect hook I'll provide function that will set my debounced value after delay. Okay, and let's do it. And I'm going just use set timeout and provide function. And inside that function, I'll set my debounce to value, and we'll add timeout in delay. Okay, and I have error. I need to provide dependency array to my use effect. Okay, and let's do it. And I'm going to call my use effect every time value or delay was changed. Okay, and we can return our debounced value. And I forgot to add function keyword here. And also we can export our function. Okay, and now everything looks good. And let's try to use our useDebounce function. And for that, I'm going to add it here. And also, as you can see, import was added. And let me provide amount. And also delay, I'll set 1 second. And now I can create debounce value, and use it instead my amount. Okay, and now let's try to test our application. I'm going to refresh it and let me clean this request. And now I'm going to provide some values. And as you can see, I got several requests. And that's because we haven't added any clear timeout. And let's fix our function. And for that, I'm going to add return. And I need to provide function. And I'll clear my timeout. And for that, I need some timer. And let me add variable timer. And now we can clear timeout and provide our timer. Okay, and this function will be called every time when we call this use effect by changing value or delay. Okay, and now I'm going to save and let's try again. And let me refresh. And now I'm going to provide several values. And as you can see, we have only one request. And in testing purposes, let's put here 2 seconds and test it again. Let me refresh the page and clear all requests. And I'm going to quickly add several values. And as you can see, after 1 second, when I stopped typing, I got only one request. And I can remove and got one more request. But when I change currency, I got my request immediately because I added the bounce only to amount. Okay, let me refresh the page and show you one more thing. And as you can see, I have 15 USD. And now let me refresh, clear, and provide several values and remove. And as you can see, I don't have any requests because my value stayed the same, and we don't need any additional requests. But without debounce, I would get several requests, even the amount wasn't changed eventually. Okay, and everything looks good. And let me return 1 second and try one more time. And I'm going to provide some value. Okay, and as you can see, we have only one request, and I can remove some values, and we still got one request. And that's all what I have for today. If you like my video, subscribe to my Dev Web App channel. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.